Hey everybody, I'm back again. So this video is a triple battles that I did with one of my friends in one of the groups that I'm in. And basically this was just an attempt to test the team that I was using for triples, because basically I was going to be trying out for a position in a group, and I hadn't done triples for a while, so I wanted to take the opportunity and practice it before actually going into the test. So he brought a rain dance team, or Drizzle team, however you wanna call it, with some Swift Swim Pokemon, and mine is a sunny day team, or as I call it, it's a beach themed team because you got sun, you got water, and Latias is kind of like a surfboard. Um, but his team is actually kind of tough for mine, and mine can be tough for his if I have my weather in effect. So this battle is a lot of combating weather, weather with more weather. So it's really interesting, kind of watching how excuse me, we switch around a little bit to try and get ours in effect. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start up the battle, and we'll kind of take it as it goes. All right, here we go. So I noticed right away that he did not lead with Politoed, and I figured that what he was planning on was to pull him in right off the start to try and get his Drizzle in effect, not realizing that when my Charizard switches, that when he goes Mega Form, that it's actually going to change it so my weather effect takes precedence. So knowing that, I withdrew Typhlosion because I really wasn't sure if he was going to have what's it called? That if he was going to get his Swift Swim, even though technically my weather is going to take precedence, I don't know if his Swift Swim on his Mega Swampert would actually take hold. So I didn't want to take the chance, and I just withdrew him. So there comes the rain. Now, because Megas take effect after switches, my Drought is going to override the Drizzle. So pretty much what both of us have to do this turn, even though I don't do it, technically we both should withdraw our weather Pokemon. So, my Charizard Y should pull out, his Politoed should pull out, because it's going to basically become a weather war, as I mentioned earlier. He changed Swampert used Protect, so it was, not good, not bad that I didn't pull out. But Zapdos went for a Thunder, which was interesting that it even hit, because, Thunder, actually, it loses accuracy when sunlight is out. It becomes 50% accurate. And, wouldn't you know it, completely, by chance I got paralyzed by that. I mean, it's a 20 or 30% chance, but, that sucks, because I'm pretty sure I went for the Tailwind, but, my Moltres is still going to be pretty slow even after that. Now, the one thing that's terrible for his team is that my Charizard got the Ancient Power increase for stat ups. So every one of my stats just went up plus 1. So, he did a really smart move here. He sent in a Sap Sipper Azumarill. So, when I tried to go for the Solar Beam on the Mega Swampert, which obviously he called, he's going to get the attack boost. So, I used, luckily the Thunder missed again there. I'm guessing that it was a Choice Spec. I just dropped my phone. I'm assuming that was a Choice Spec Zapdos. Suicune got a Calm Mind off, so that was really fortunate that he did not choose to Thunder the Suicune. That could have been very bad and pretty much ended the match. I'm assuming it's a bulky Zapdos, though, maybe, because he really did not take much damage from the Heat Wave at all, so he withdrew the Azumarill, and I was kind of surprised by that, because Politoed came in to refresh the Drizzle, but he had the attack up, so he could have done some real damage to my team, but I guess he was looking more for the, for the Solar Beam Absorb and try to guess who I was putting it on. But, and again, he did the Thunder on the Moltres. Literally, any one of his Pokemon could have killed the Moltres because it was at 1 health. So, I mean, he really didn't need to do that, but, I mean, he did, and that gave me the opportunity to get 2 Calm Minds off already. So, and now that he took the Sunlight away, that gives me the opportunity that, you know, he's really not gonna, like, my Scald is gonna do additional damage now instead of less damage. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna pull an Infernape to fake out the Zapdos, so he's not gonna get to attack my Suicune, and I'm just gonna finish him off. You know, so basically that's just gonna totally ruin his, pretty much one of his only chances to kill the Suicune. You know, again, he pulled out the Azumarill, and again, he put it in, like, the perfect prediction spot where, yeah, he's going to end up taking the Solar Beam, I believe. Or, actually, no, I think he blocked the Protect with the Solar, blocked the Solar Beam with Protect, never mind. No, I was right, he did take it. So, now here, I'm pretty sure he pulls out, Kingdra in this, you know, when this Pokemon goes down, he pulls Kingdra in. I don't think he realized, because I remember I talked to him after the fact, he was pretty surprised by it. I don't think he realized that the move Dragon Pulse, which my Charizard has... Oh, okay, he pulled in Swampert. But anyway, Dragon Pulse hits any position on the field, so even though he's not adjacent to me, you know, I immediately went for Dragon Pulse on the Swampert, which, you know, does a fair amount of damage, because I'm at +1 for my, my special. And here, he doesn't really have any way to hurt my Suicune, so I'm not really worried about it. And, you know, I mean, Surf does a decent amount of damage, even in the rain. Super effective on Charizard, but his base special defense is 115, and having the +1 special defense really helped pad him from that. He swapped Azumarill to the middle, and I don't know why. Yeah, I really don't understand that. So, that was more or less like a wasted turn for him. So now, I have Typhlosion out, which actually, this worked out really well for me because his Azumarill moved to the middle. You know, again, he already saw I could Dragon Pulse over there, so I just Dragon Pulse again, which is super effective against Kingdra, so he's just going to go down. Now, Typhlosion, because Azumarill's in the middle, I'm going to go for a Lava Plume, because I know that has a 30% chance to burn. And, you know, since that's his heavy physical hitter, of course it burns me, which isn't cool. But, you know, I wanted a chance at that, because Eruption, that's really not going to do a whole lot, and I figured he was going to Aqua Jet me, but he didn't, so I was kind of confused. I mean, he went for the Waterfall, which is okay, but, I mean, if he had gotten burned, that would have been terrible for him. So he really would have been better off Aqua Jetting me, because that I mean, in rain, that should kill anyway, especially at +1 attack. But at this point, my Suicune's at +3 for Calm Minds. And, you know, here the Azumarill is kind of the biggest threat right now. Just because I really don't want it to kill my Latias. But, you know, I'm also targeting the Gyarados because, you know, I really don't want... I wasn't sure if that was a Mega Gyarados or not. I didn't want to take a chance to find out. So, I just immediately double-teamed him, kind of sacrificed the Latias, because I figured he was going to get hit with a Play Rough. But if he gets hit with a Play Rough, I'm okay with that, because, you know, it basically gives my Suicune another turn to, like, put up some real damage. And, you know, you see here trying to go for a burn. Didn't get it, but he knocks off the Leftovers, which I was so happy about, because he could have just killed my Latias right there, and, you know, pretty much done a ton of damage, you know, ruining me for the rest of the fight. So, and he moved his Politoed to the center, which I guess he was trying to protect the Azumarill, but in doing that, he gave both of my Pokemon access to attack him. So that right there was another I feel like that was kind of a mistake on his part. I don't actually know what would have happened. I think he would lose this match anyway because of the move that he uses. You know, he uses Parasong, so I'm pretty sure if both teams die, the user of that move will lose because they die first, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, anyway, I figured that he was going to protect stall, so yeah, I just start calm minding with my Latias because I basically just want to, I just want to try to one-hit kill him if I can, and you know, just avoid the protect turn. So, you know, Suicune's still fast asleep. I don't know if this is the turn that Suicune wakes up or not. You know, he tried to double protect, didn't work, but this Thunderbolt actually takes it out. So, you know, I didn't have to worry about it. The Parasong, I really don't know what would have happened, but, you know, it was a close battle. You know, there was a lot of switching involved. He did make a few errors, which I believe cost him the match. You know, I think he definitely could have been in a much stronger position, because Suicune was the one that ultimately, you know, he really needed to focus down. Because once that one's down, the rest of them are all, like, very much weak to his team. So, you know, that was kind of what I felt about it. I mean, it was good practice. I did end up winning the battle test, the triples as well, which I'll post in another video so you guys can see that as well. Which I made a lot of errors in that one, even though the guy's team like hard countered mine after his setup. But I'll explain that in another video. All right, guys, thanks for watching.